This is Taj English Academy. My dear viewers and my students, today I am going to tell you something very beautiful story. And that story is very funny and you will laugh at that. And in fact, it gives you the moral. And most importantly, it teaches you the simple sentences, the structures and the past tense, simple vocabulary, and how to say the things in action in the past. So learn English through stories by Dr. Taj Firdausi, your lecturer. Come on, let us start. I am using the translation in between so that you can understand, especially for the Hindi and Urdu speakers. It's good. Remember, this session of story session, learning English through stories, is not just for small children. It's for everyone, adults, family people, and those who want to learn the perfect way of presentation and communication and how to use the language like a native speaker. Let us start. The story is this. Once upon a time, एक मर्तबा, एक वक्त का जिक्र. There was a king, there was a king. He wanted to hear people speaking very high of him. वो चाहता था उसके लोग उसकी तारीफ करें, बड़ाई करें. So he appointed very important people, jesters, who always say, King, you are so great. King, you are so generous. King, our king is so intelligent. The king was very happy. He used to give them a lot of money, gold, and other things. That's how the story goes. Now the next chapter. In his kingdom there was a thief who goes in the night, makes a hole in the wall and goes inside the house or the buildings and takes some small items for eating, so that he can sell and get some food. This poor thief, बेचारा गरीब, दीवार बनाता था, दीवारों में एक सुराख. He was making a hole in the wall. He was going inside, get something. He used to steal something. वो चुराता था, steal, and then he was passing his life. उसकी जिंदगी गुजारता था. One day, it can't be a day, it should be night, yes. One night, he went to a wall and then he started making a hole so that he could go inside. So he made a hole. He went half the way. उसने दीवार में सुराख किया और आधा गया. The wall was weak, so it came down and he was stuck in between. Wall नीचे गिर गई और वो बेचारा फंस गया बीच में. He couldn't come out, he couldn't go, he couldn't touch, he couldn't push the bricks, nothing. वो bricks को, वो ईंटों को हिटा नहीं सकता था. What he could do was only one thing. वो क्या कर सकता था? एक ही चीज. Shout for help. And he shouted, he cried, and he said, help me, help, I'm dying, help me. The people from the house and neighbors and all came there. They removed the blocks, the bricks, and they pulled the thief out. And then they handed over the thief, उन्होंने हवाले कर दिया, the thief, उस चोर को, to the soldiers, so that the king may punish him, कि बादशाह उसे सजा दे. Now, chapter 3. Look at this scenario. It is the main theme of the story, main picture. The king is on his throne. बादशाह अपने थ्रोन तख्त पे बैठा है. All the jesters around, उसके जस्टर्स उसके बादशाह के मुसाहिब बैठे हैं. The soldiers brought the thief. उसके सिपाही चोर को ले आए. Then the soldiers told the king, बादशाह से कहा, Your Majesty, बादशाह सलामत, he is a thief, this man is a thief, ये एक चोर है. Last night he made a hole in a wall. पिछली रात उसने सुराख बनाया दीवार. He went inside and then the wall sat on his back. So he was caught. इस तरह वो पकड़ा गया कि दीवार उस पे बैठ गई. We are here to hear your punishment, what to give so that the thief gets proper punishment. The king said, Is that true that you made a hole and got inside the house? Yes, my king. But there is one thing. Before you punish me, please allow me to say something. The king said, Go ahead. Then the thief said, This man who made the wall has made the walls of these buildings in your kingdom. Yes, the king said. He made this palace. Yes. So what? He made this roof also. Maybe. So what? Who knows? This may fall down any time because an unskilled mason is dangerous for life. Your life, sir. Leave alone mine. I'm only a thief. Even if I die, nothing happens. There is no one to cry. But you are taking care of the whole country, the city. So your life is more and more precious. The king said, You're right. Now tell me, who is to be punished? Me, an unknown thief, just going for a piece of bread, or the one who made this roof that may fall on your head and it may cause your death? The king said, You are right. It's about me. I should worry about, not about you. Leave this thief. Bring the man who made this one. Who is that mason? So the soldiers brought the mason, and the mason said, Sir, my king, I am the mason. I made that wall, and I made this, I made that, and even. Did you make my palace also? Yes, my king. Did you make the roof also? Yes, my king. It might fall down. Yes or no? Maybe everything, I can't say anything. I did it. That means you are making the weak walls and roofs, ceilings. Is that right? Yes, sir. So you are to be punished. So go and hang him. They said, My king, give me 1 minute to say something, my last words. Tell me what? We have a standard size of a pot, so that for every sack of sand and cement, we put 5 pots of water. That's the standard size. But the time when I made this, the size of the pot was big. It's not the standard. Who is responsible? Is it me that I made the wall, or the man who made the big size, not keeping in mind the standard size of mixing? Oh yes, you are right. The king said, Leave this potter and bring this man, mason, and bring the potter. So the soldiers brought the potter. Potter, you made a big size. Because of that, more water went into this cement, and because of that, the walls and the buildings and my palace and even the roof, everything is weak. It may fall down, I may die any time. Do you accept it's your mistake? My king, I accept. You made the big size than the standard size, bigger than that standard? Yes, but please give me just 1 minute to say something before I die. Go ahead. Go ahead, the potter said. When I was making a pot, in front of my shop, I saw a beautiful woman. She crossed in front of me, in front of my shop. I was looking at this new lady, and my hands went like that and they became big because I was concentrating on that lady to find out who the new lady is, our neighbor. My question, my king, why did she go in front of me when I was making the pot? And everybody knows that I'm a potter, I have to make concentration. Why should she distract? Why should she distract it? The king said, you are right. The whole responsibility, the problem is with the lady. Bring the woman. The woman was brought. The king said, you are the one who is the cause for all these problems. The problem of my death also, it may happen tomorrow. She said, how? How am I involved in that, my king? Look here, you crossed, because of that a bigger pot was made, because of that more water was added in the cement, and because of that the wall became weak, and because of that it sat on a thief, and the same mason made this palace, this roof. It may fall on me any time. My question is, why did you cross when he was making a pot? She said, my husband told me to make mutton curry, sir. So, my king, I went to the shop of a butcher, and to my bad luck, the butcher shop is on the corner, and I had to cross that road in front of the potter. My question, my king, why did the butcher keep the shop that side? Why not the other side in the back street? Because of that only I had to go. If the butcher had no shop this side, all this problem wouldn't have happened. The king said, you are right. Bring the butcher, leave the lady. And finally they brought the butcher. The butcher was so thin and he was shivering. Your shop is in the corner? Yes, my king. And because of that, this lady came and then she bought mutton from you. Yes. Why did you keep the shop next to that potter's shop? Because of that, the pot became big. Because of that, more water was added. Because of that, the walls became weak. Who knows, now that roof may fall on me tomorrow and I may die because of you. Then he said, I'm sorry, I am a poor man. I have no other way to get a shop that is very cheap because it is away. But anyway, I am managing. Its rent is also. I don't want to hear. Do you accept that you have that shop? Because of that, all these things I accept, but I am poor. Nothing. Come on, take him, and tomorrow morning he should be hanged. The poor potter was brought next morning to be hanged. To be hanged. And he was standing. Then he said, ready to die. Then the butcher said, my last words before I die. Can I talk to you in your ears? The king said, anyway, he is dying. Let me hear what he says. He went very close and said, tell me what? Then the butcher said something. The king smiled and then he patted. Great, good. Leave this man. Leave this butcher. He is innocent. Leave. He gave this decision, that judgment. Everybody was shocked. There were hundreds and thousands of people standing around to watch. Do you know what the butcher said? Think. Imagine, if you were in his place, what would you say? What did butcher say? That the king relieved him with smile and gave him a reward and left. Can't think. I will tell you what. The butcher whispered and said, oh, our king, Great king, majestic king, your majesty. The king became happy. Yes, you're so great. Yes, your kingdom is so high and great. People love you so much and respect you. Yes, and you see, when you go, thousands of people come to gather to see you. Yes, so you are so great. Look around, my king. Hundreds of thousands of people are standing to watch me to be hanged. And look at me, so thin, bony skeleton, and so great king is hanging, a thin man like a broomstick in front of all. This big king and a broomstick like man. The king said, "You're right. I'm great. My kingdom is great. My name is great." Yes, he is free. Then soldiers said, "What to do next?" "Next? This is my command. Find out who is the fattest man here. Bring him." The ones who were standing there, the people who were standing, the fattest man was brought, hanged. That's all. That's all the story. सबसे दुबले पतले आदमी ने कहा, "मुझे इस दुबले पतले को आप ये क्यों करते हो, ऐसी सूखी काड़ी तरह आदमी को, जबकि आप कितने अजीम हैं, इतने बड़े बादशाह को तो इस तरह के आदमी को तो नहीं चाहिए ना, दुबले वाले को कुछ ज़बरदस्त चाहिए." Then the king left him. बादशाह ने उसको छोड़ दिया. And he said, उसने कहा, "Bring the fattest man among all these people." And the fat man was hanged. What did we understand? हमने इससे क्या समझा? Use your head every time. Use your common sense. You should never think what people say and what people say. You have to think what your mind says. You have to use your head. That's all. So today we heard, my dear students, boys and girls, a beautiful story. Everything is in the past, hanged, and people came. They were watching past continuous. So we used past tense and past continuous, which I'm going to explain in the grammar in the next. So today's story session is a bit long, and that's the end. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. Thank you. But please, before you go, listen to me carefully. Listen to me. These are free courses. My English courses are free for you. For you people, I'm working hard day and night so that you learn good English, good spoken English. And you don't just click on and listen and forget it. Please subscribe it, like it, and press the bell button. And tell all your friends to do the same. If each one of you take 10 subscribers and your friend, that one takes another 10 and each of them 10, naturally it will motivate me to bring you more and more lessons. That's what I want. Your interest in English will give me interest to give you more. You are interested. Don't be selfish. Don't think that I am taking. If somebody is listening at the same time, hundreds, thousands of people, you are not losing. After all, you are giving something. He will learn English in a better way and he will be thankful to you. Remember that knowledge is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from God. Spread it. You are not losing. You are not spending money. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. Ma'asalam. Bye from Dr. Taj Firdausi. Ma'asalam.